Hi, everyone. I'm Rebecca Edwards.
And I'm Darcy Beeman Black.
And we're here today, so excited to join you from the J. Paul Getty Museum in Los Angeles. Together, we work in the education department and work to support K through 12 teachers in their efforts to include arts in their classroom. Today, we're going to be sharing with you a video that highlights our core arts integration approaches with a goal of including teachers from all different subject areas, not just visual arts teachers. And then we'll be following by sharing with you some of our latest pilot programs that we've created in response to feedback we got during the pandemic. We really hope that we'll have the opportunity to see you in the future at one of these programs. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and share our video first.
The arts are for everyone, and art just captivates the students, and it opens up a world of learning and experience. Part of our mission as a museum is to ensure that as many students as possible have access to our collection. And so our approach is to work closely with teachers to develop arts-integrated lessons across the curriculum. At the Getty Museum, the education department is committed to providing high-quality resources and professional development to teachers across the country.
We have a resource that is online.
The idea is to build relevant, sustainable content that other teachers can be inspired by and use in their classroom. The digital world has opened up a whole new set of resources to teachers. We have over 200 lessons available on getty.edu for free for teachers, lessons and resources that have been created either by classroom teachers themselves or alongside museum educators and artists.
My name is Antoinette Pippin. I am a 5th grade teacher at the Alexander Science Center School. Looking at this work of art, would you say that it is balanced or imbalanced? In class, I engage my students in a discussion about the health of an ecosystem based on our observation of an art piece. And through that exploration, we can delve deeper into the science standards. The students are getting a lot more science and scientific thinking through studying art. It frees them to think about things from different perspectives, and it allows them to understand that there's no right or wrong answer necessarily, but there's better justified answers. There's more evidence for particular answers, and that's really the same in art and science. And there's so much available to you online. I was able to download high-resolution images through the Getty website. There is an extensive database of different works of art just at your fingertips.
Most teachers have access to a museum, even if it's a small regional art museum. Our goal is to provide lessons where the content can be transferred to a different set of objects in a local collection. So perhaps teachers use our collection in their classroom, but then make a really valuable and rich connection in their community. What our resources hopefully do is inspire teachers to do just that.
Now I'd like to focus on the identification of who's this a statue of and why.
I teach 6th grade social studies. This unit focuses on Greek and Roman mythology, so this lesson is going to help them when they see these Greek and Roman gods in art form, either at a museum or in an image in front of them. But it's also going to help them understand why the Greeks included these mythological figures in their art and their culture.
To have the strongest collaboration with teachers, we need to be sensitive to the challenges that impact their profession.
My name is Lindsay Young, and I teach 9th through 12th grade English language development. My students are not only in mild to moderate special education, but they're also long-term English language learners. In this lesson, the goal was that they make literal observations and evidence-based inferences. It's just so important with English language learners to have a visual representation of what I'm asking them to do.
Today we're going to read portraits like we would read a story. So things I can point to. The children are wearing white dresses. It looks like silk or satin.
So you have a student. They have a really challenging time with reading. And then you're trying to get them to do this critical analysis, which is also challenging. So the thought process is look at art, teach them how to analyze, then they'll know how to analyze, so then you can have them look at a text. And now the challenging thing is no longer the analysis because they know how to do that. Now the only challenging thing that we're dealing with is reading.
Can anybody wear silk or satin?
No, just upper class people.
When they're like rich.
Rich, exactly. You guys are expert inference makers.
I think people underestimate the impact engaging with works of art has on people, kids in particular, because they're so open in terms of everything they take in. Most of us, when we see a work of art, we have a visceral reaction. We love it, or, it doesn't move us. But when something moves us, it makes us want to learn more. These objects, they have a life. And these objects live on when they are talked about and written about and inspiring people to create something. And that we're entrusting teachers to do every day.
I hope that video gave you a sense of some of the work that we do at the Getty Museum with teachers. We'd like to share with you now some of the shifts that we've been making in response to feedback we've gotten from teachers during the pandemic. We spent 2 years in 2020 to 2022 running webinars that were all online for teachers so that they could participate in professional development even when they were on lockdown and working from home. And we've been able to put most of those videos onto the Getty YouTube channel if you'd like to see them. Additionally, during the webinars, we got feedback from teachers about other program formats that they might enjoy for their professional development. And so we've put together a slate of pilot programs for this coming year that we're going to go ahead and share with you now. Darcy's going to go ahead and walk you through some of the upcoming programs that we'll be running this year.
All right. So we're hosting an online guest speaker series for teachers this year. These are webinars that go for about an hour and take place on select Wednesdays of every month. And our first scheduled one is from Erica Curtis, who is a board certified art therapist. And Erica is going to be sharing with us some mini mindful moments for classroom management, and in the hopes that it will improve students' relationships, behaviors, and attention spans. And then we also have arts integration workshops, and these are more interactive than webinars and have an art making element to them. They are in a Zoom meeting format. And the first one we have scheduled is called Creatively Exploring Our Hopes and Worries. And Mr. J, an art teacher from Ohio, will explore how to support ourselves, fellow teachers, and our students through art making in this workshop. And then for the rest of the year, we have more online speaker series sessions scheduled. So later in the fall, on November 30th, we have Dr. Luis Garcia, who will share some classroom tools and resources to help develop critical education teaching practices through the Mexican game of La Loteria. And then in the spring, we have more speakers scheduled for you. So if you are looking for that mid-year boost of motivation and inspiration, we have Chanel Walker, the teacher wellness guru, and she's going to help you find your passion, power, and purpose through humor, real talk, and reflection. And then in February, we have Jessie Miller, who will help us redefine the new media divide by fine-tuning the student culture of communicating on social media, appropriate screen time balance, and how youth use technology today. And then finally, in March, we have Cindy Myers-Foley, who is the Executive Deputy Director for Learning and Experience at the Columbus Museum of Art in Ohio. And she'll be joining us to share how teachers can use creativity in the classroom to make the world a better place. So we hope to see you at some of our programs in the future, and thank you for having us.
Thanks, everyone.